Hi, I'm Tony Nichols, and welcome to Chamber Chat. Welcome to Chamber Chat, a program put together by the Salisbury Area Chamber of Commerce to keep you informed on what's going on in your community and in your chamber. Joining us today is Delmarva Veteran Builders, Chris Eccleston, President of DVB, and Daniel Mills, Vice President of Operations. Welcome to Chamber Chat, guys.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you for having us.
Chris, you're certainly no stranger to Chamber Chat because we've talked a couple of times about chamber-related things, but you're not here to talk about chamber-related stuff today, man. You guys, I think you guys won an award here recently.
Yeah, we were honored and we won the Secretary of Defense Freedom Award, and we got to go up to the Pentagon, meet the Secretary of Defense, which is quite an amazing honor for our company.
I know a little bit about this. I wanted to get you guys on here to talk about it once again. I know you're doing the road show right now, but there were 2,400 applicants to that. Over 2,400 applicants to that, I think.
Yeah, that's correct. So it was kind of in a 6-month process. I think we went through, and they kind of each time we made the cut, and they narrowed it down to 5 large companies, 5 small companies, and 5 public sector, organizations, and we were one of the 5 small businesses that won the award. So it was quite an honor.
Yeah, I want to come back to you in a minute, Chris, to talk more about Delmarva Veteran Builders. But Daniel, maybe a lot of people don't know that this is quasi your fault.
That's right.
I guess if you're gonna if you want to place blame on someone.
That's right. Yeah, I came out here last September, getting ready to move from Kansas to Maryland. Leaving kind of active orders on the Air Force to move here to be closer to family. Met with Chris about employment with DVB and saw what he was doing with the company, saw the direction it was heading and taking care of veterans and warriors, Guard and Reservists, and went back to Kansas, started packing up my stuff, and wrote the award then before I even moved out.
So
here.
You submitted the application or DVB's name, Delmarva Veteran Builders' name, off of an interview?
Yeah, off of an interview and before accepting any employment, yeah. So,
wow, before you even know him?
Before I really knew him, yeah.
Wow. Well, so tell us about the award. What does the award recognize?
The award recognizes employers who take care of Guard and Reservists. While they're deployed or while they're here, they extend certain benefits. They keep benefits going while somebody's deployed. It's really about how well they take care of Guard and Reservists. That's what it's all about.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, Chris, back to you. The name in and of itself lends a little understanding as to what the company's all about. First and foremost, you're contracting business. You build stuff, but you started DVB 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
What was the goal behind starting DVB?
So I wanted to take the veteran attitude, which is, the attitude that says, whatever the mission is, whatever the goal is, we will not fail. And I wanted to take that attitude, and I wanted to build a great company. And I believed in the training that the military provides and the attitude that it brings, and apply that to the construction field, and I think the results kind of speak for themselves. Today we're roughly 70% veteran, Guard, or Reserve, and we're still growing, still hiring, and it's just been a amazing 3.5 years. It's been pretty fast.
Yeah, it's I've had the privilege, like many other people in the community, to watch the company be born and then to grow. I think your first award was the State's Attorney's Building. Was that the first one?
Yeah. Yes.
That was just a little telltale sign of things to come. What is the mission? I know you got a pretty cool mission behind DVB. What's the mission?
So the mission really is to provide veteran employment in the construction field. And one of the things that we've kind of was an unintended consequence is you go down the road and you kind of, I want to build buildings and want to hire veterans. One of the things that's kind of happened that's been unique for us is we've become a transitional employer, which is something that we didn't expect to happen, but we're okay with and we're actually very proud of. So we have veterans that come with us for a short period of time and then move on to bigger and better things. So it's really neat to watch that happen, get their feet on the ground, get planted back in the civilian life, in a civilian career, and then move on to something else that they want to do. And so I spoke about it when I was up at the Pentagon. We have become, in a sense, dream builders for other people, and it's pretty cool to see.
Dan, you nominated Delmarva Veteran Builders after an interview. What did you see in the company in the interview that would cause you to do something like that? That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I think the thing that I saw was leadership. I mean, Chris and Lee Beecham, both served. Chris served in the Navy, Lee's still serving now. I was just getting out of serving in the Air Force, or now I'm in the reserves. Seeing guys that actually had, strapped on their boots before and kind of understood what it took to be in the military and then understand the transition to civilian life. That was one thing. The biggest thing that I think we see and I see now is we're trying to change that narrative for veterans. That, right now you see a lot of talk and conversation about how veterans, they need help, and some of them do, but we want to change the narrative and say, hey, there are a lot of veterans that are thriving and doing really awesome things. And I think that's what makes our company so awesome.
Chris, when you went to the award ceremony, you got to go to that little building they call the Pentagon to receive your award. I think that's pretty awesome. I understand Secretary of Defense Ash mentioned DVB in his comments.
Yeah.
What was that all about?
Yeah, it was. I never read the application for the. When Daniel got back here, he told me that he had nominated us, and I was like, okay. So when Secretary Carter was reading the comments, he talked about one employer that was doing yoga for warriors, and that's a program that we did when it lasted about 6 months, and we were doing it once a week. We'd have all the guys get together, whoever wanted to do it, and it's still kind of out there. If they want to do it, we'll help them out and do that. And I was right there with them, so it was cool. It was cool to see some of that, and I tell you, it's really a big team building exercise, and get to make fun of me and all that kind of stuff. So it was a good time.
You shared the stage with some pretty interesting folks. What are some of the companies' names that you were on the stage with?
Yeah, so some of the other companies were Lowe's, Goodyear Tire, Carolina Health Systems. They have
that's pretty big outfit.
They have 40 hospitals in North Carolina.
I remember seeing Qualcomm on that list.
Yeah, Fast Signs Internationals. So I think the next smallest employer had like 150 employees.
Wow.
So
gotta have a goal, right?
Yeah, we were in quite prestigious company, and it was very humbling to be there.
Daniel, I know you were there as well. What did it mean to you to sit in the audience? And I know I saw you on stage a lot in some pictures as well. But what did it mean to you to sit in the audience and watch this go down?
It was an honor. I think we all think team mindset. That's what the military teaches you. So I mean, we were all a team, and we understand that this is how we also want to get the message out there about what veterans can do. So I was sitting there and I was super proud that, this is a chance for us, a stage for us and a platform for us to really show what veterans can do and what we're doing for veterans.
Well, we're certainly proud. Thank you both for your service and being here on Chamber Chat, and thank you for what you guys are doing in Salisbury. Keep building those buildings and keep hiring those veterans.
Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for your son's service.
Thank you very much. We'd like to give you an opportunity now to take a look at the upcoming events with the Salisbury Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome back to Chamber Chat right here on PAC 14. Joining us now is the Director of Events with the Salisbury Area Chamber of Commerce, Shannon Mitchell.
Thanks for having me, Tony.
Welcome back. You're a professional at this now.
Am I?
Yes, you are. You may have been. You're ranking up there with the most visits to Chamber Chat.
Oh, wow.
There's a very elite few that get to come back.
Do I get a pin or a badge or anything?
Yeah, that's in the mail.
Okay, good.
I like many things. Job fairs.
Yeah.
'Tis the season.
'Tis the season for job fairs.
The Salisbury Area Chamber of Commerce and One Stop Job Market Job Fair is right around the corner. When is that?
This year, it's on Thursday, November 3rd. And once again, it's going to be at the Center at Salisbury Mall.
Now, how many years has this been going on? It's been going on several years.
Yeah, this will be our 11th annual job fair. So we've seen some ups and downs as far as how many employers have participated throughout the years. Especially during the recession, we didn't have as many, but last year we had over 50 employers, and we're expecting that many again this year.
I would think so, because a lot of what I see in the marketplace on a couple of other boards I'm on, there are a lot of people out of work, but there's an equal amount of jobs available. So it's trying to put together the skill sets of the people with the appropriate jobs.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's vitally important for people to get out there to at least talk to and put themselves in front of employers if they're looking jobs. So what types of jobs are we looking at here? Is it just entry level, poultry work, or what's the gambit run?
That's one nice thing about our job fair is there's a really wide range of what's going to be available. There will be plenty of entry level, even part-time jobs, all the way up to management level jobs that require 10 to 15 years of experience. College education or maybe specific training is involved. So that's really nice. The nice thing about our job fair is we kind of run the gamut of what's available.
Where's it going to be set up? All throughout the mall, a certain section of the mall, food court, Boscov's?
We will be centered around the Boscov's area and what was previously known as JCPenney in that area. The application area will be down there, but primarily most of the job fair booths will be set up around Boscov's.
Okay, I'm either looking a job or I don't have a job. What is your advice to me?
Well, you obviously already have the attire, a nice suit or a nice tie would be very nice to come to the job fair in, dress for success, as we like to say.
Well, very generous offers are accepted. By the way.
In case you are thinking about a career change. But yeah, dress for success, that's very important. If you have a resume, bring that with you and bring plenty of copies. As I said, we've got over 50 employers, so bring enough that you can hand that out to all the employers that you're interested in talking to. Another important part of that is we will have all the employers and what they're hiring for listed online on the chamber website beforehand. So that gives you the opportunity to research some of the employers that you're interested in talking to.
I know I have seen my fair share of less than impressive resumes.
This is true.
Will there be some help? Will there be some help there for my less than impressive resume?
Yes, there will be. We will have professionals on hand from the One Stop Job Market that can assist you with updating your resume and tweaking it if you need to. There will also be computers there that you can use with the Wicomico Public Libraries branch that's located in the mall. So you can always go online and then update your resume after they've looked at it.
All right, let's switch gears. I'm an employer looking for quality employees. What's your advice to me?
I would say I would be the most impressed if you were to approach me and you've done your research. So you've gone online, you've seen that I'm going to be there and what jobs I'm looking for, and then you've done your research about my company. So you don't have to know everything, but I think it speaks volumes when we have potential employers approach these companies and they have a little bit of information and they have some background knowledge on that company.
Yeah, I think it would also, having some literature about your company or about the position and be able to speak to. I know we have had a booth there, and there are times when people are just lined up.
Yeah.
So being able to expediently talk to a lot of people
Yes.
and get quality information in their hands
Sure.
will
And a quick-
right will help
yeah.
a lot as well.
Yeah, and for the job seekers as well, you know, think about it beforehand. What's going to be your elevator pitch? What do you want to tell the employers in a very short period of time? Because like you said, you talk to a lot of people in a very short period of time, and you want to stand out. So come up with, you know, your elevator pitch, 30 seconds, 60 seconds of what you want them to know about you.
So how much does it cost?
For job seekers, it is free to attend.
Free's good.
For employers, it's $125 for a booth, and that includes your table and 2 chairs, and lots of promotion beforehand.
And approximately how many people came through last year, or typically?
We usually have about 2,000 plus job seekers attend, and then depending on the year, like I said, we have about 50 employers.
I'll let the audience do the math, but $125 to be in front of potentially 2,000 applicants.
Exactly.
It's not a bad deal.
And it's free advertising for you, not just to those job seekers, but you also have a booth in the mall, you know, on a busy evening. So that's also a plus for you.
Yeah, it is. How do I register?
You can go online to salisburyarea.com, and we have the registration form on there, or you can give us a call and we can send it to you.
Very good. Is there a website, telephone number that someone can reach out and find more information if they need it?
Just visit the chamber website, salisburyarea.com. Call the chamber. It's 410-749-0144.
Thanks for joining us, Shannon. You're excellent as always.
Thanks for having me, Tony.
All right, we'd like to give you another opportunity now to take a look at the upcoming events with the Salisbury Area Chamber of Commerce. Well, welcome back to Chamber Chat right here on Pack 14. And we have with us now the man, the myth, the legend, Creig Twilley, Director of Pack 14. Welcome to the program, man.
Thank you, Tony. I want to ask you what you've been into this morning.
Hey, I get to ask the questions. Have you not seen the show? I get to ask the questions.
I've seen it a few times. Yeah, I've seen it a few times. It's a good show, by the way. You guys do a great
Creig,
job.
I think, this is the first time on any of the programs that you guys do where you've actually been on this side of the camera.
Well, there's a reason for that, Tony.
Well, we feel privileged.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
So, let's start with an easy question. What is Pack 14?
Well, Tony, Pack 14 is a community resource. That's basically it in a nutshell. Now, what does that mean? We offer video equipment, production equipment. So anybody in the community in Wycomico County can come in and create their own program. Nonprofits can come in and talk about their mission to get awareness out there in the community. Your program, Chamber Chat,
Right.
What is a chamber? What does a chamber do in the community? It's an awareness program. It's an outreach to the community. So we're totally nonprofit, so it has to be a nonprofit organization or an individual in Wycomico
Okay,
County.
so it can't be for-profit. It could be a for-profit company engaged in a nonprofit scenario, and that's what
absolutely.
they're building.
Sure.
So we want to make sure we get that out there. For-profit companies certainly come in here and talk about or highlight nonprofit things that are going on in the communities. All right, so let's back up to now that we've got Pack 14 out of the way. You've been doing this a few years. How did you get into whatever this is called? It's television, it's editing, it's, how did you get in? How did you start doing this?
Well, I've always liked visual things, and started with some photography, and then went to school and just got very fortunate, got some good internships, which you're talking about the job fair.
Right.
I recommend internships. A great way of training, and I've just stayed with it. I worked some at Maryland Public Television in my early career, and worked some corporate video, and I tried commercial, and I just didn't really, I didn't connect with it because I liked the the community aspect. I like giving back to the community.
Cool.
And
Well,
so this is a perfect fit.
you know, Pack 14 has come to be known as a nice little gem that we have in the community. So the community appreciates what you're giving back. But I would guess even in a for-profit business like this, and certainly in a nonprofit, you've got to face some challenges. What are some of the challenges that you can tell the viewers that they may not know, because they just see my pretty face and several other pretty faces on television, and they just see the magic happen?
Well, I think being a community resource, they need to understand, and this is a message we struggle to get out, that we're here for the community.
Mm-hmm.
You can produce your own programming. We have a very limited staff, so we want the community to come in and create programming about the community. What's going on in this community? There's so much going on in this community.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But people can tell their own stories. There's history in this community. There's what's going on now. What are organizations doing?
Mm-hmm.
What's happening? What are the good things? We really like to focus on what the good things are in the community, because there's so many good things.
All right, well, we're talking about the community. How can the community get involved?
Well, the best way would be to go to PAC14's website, pac14.org, pac14.org.
Okay.
On our homepage, there's links to everything. Another challenge you asked about earlier is, where are we located?
Right.
Well, our directions are under pac14.org, our homepage. Hit connect, click on connect, and there's a Google map there.
All right.
And then there's the staff, there's our emails, our phone numbers. But
I always tell people, just find the Salisbury Water Tower and go to the base of the water tower.
Salisbury University, yeah, the water tower with the Salisbury University logo on it. But we offer training too. I wanted to get that out. So people, we don't just expect the community to come in and start. We offer a free workshop, typically the third Monday of every month. We have a community calendar where you can go on our website, pac14.org, click on community calendar. You can enter anything about your nonprofit organization, and we'll put it on the air. That's very popular. We play that when we're not having programming. It's usually between like 12 noon and 5, and then after 11 p.m. But that's very popular too. It lets people know what's going on in the community.
Oh yeah, I watch. You know, I guess I'm telling on myself. I watch that from time to time. The calendar. Just to see what's going on in the community, because to your point, there's so much stuff going on in our community. There's no way an individual can keep up with it. So, as a for-profit business, you're a nonprofit organization. Do you guys accept or want or seek sponsorships, whether it be for shows or to the organization in and of itself?
Absolutely. Chamber Chat's a prime example. We have you guys sponsor Chamber Chat. We have sponsors for One-on-One and for our Focus on Health show, which is PRMC has been a great partner. The Chamber, Salisbury Area Chamber of Commerce has been a great partner. We've got partnerships with One-on-One, with First Shore Federal. And I'd love to get a sponsorship for Delmarva Gardens.
You heard it here first.
Yes, and it's a way to, we're nonprofit, but we're all in this together.
Sure.
Yeah, so sponsorships, the sponsoring organization can definitely get a promo at the end of the show, and we can work different ways with that, however they'd like to present it.
Right. So we polled the audience. And there's a question. Okay, I have a question.
Okay.
I am the audience. So when I'm looking at Pac14 on the cable guide, why can't I see Chamber Chats coming on next? Or the titles of the programming's not there. Is there a reason for that?
Well, there is. It costs money to do that.
Of course it does.
And sometimes we program the day before, because our programs are constantly changing.
Right.
So I know that's one of the biggest complaints, and we're trying to figure out how to make that happen. So that's still something to keep an eye on. We We have our programs listed on, we have a schedule on our website that you can go and you can connect and see whatever program is airing. You can also watch it at any time. You can watch now on our schedule. If there's a watch now next to the program, you don't have to wait for it to come on Pack 14.
Right. So are there other ways to watch? I know
Absolutely.
the TV is one. What other ways do you have available for people to watch Pack 14?
Well, cable is the number one because this is how Pack 14 started. It was a partnership with the university, the city of Salisbury, and Wycomico County for those who have cable. And of course, things have changed. The internet has brought many changes. So we have a live stream, whatever is airing on Pack 14 at any particular time. You can go to our website on our homepage and see that program.
Okay.
We have a YouTube channel, and we also have a video on demand channel, which is the watch it now aspect of our schedule, which is listed on our website.
Okay, very good. So what's the best way, because you're going to have someone to sponsor the gardens just because you put the call out, just because that's what happens on Chamber Chat. What would be the best way to get in touch with you or Pack 14 if I wanted to do that?
Well, of course, the website is always the easiest way. We're listed there, all the staff, but my direct number is 410-546-3670. And my email, everything is on the website, and of course, you'll have it here. I'll have it here on the screen so people.
As I was looking over the question, there's one question that I feel like was a plant, and that I don't know what the agenda was, but I'm just going to read the question as it is laid out here. You don't look your age. What is your secret? I don't know where that question came from, but what's the secret?
The secret is giving back to the community.
Ah, that's a good answer.
Giving to others.
You had a serious answer. I thought you were going to been on the other side of the camera.
Well, that's a help.
A little bit less stressful.
Yeah.
Craig, well, I want to tell you thank you for coming on the show, because I know we've been pestering you for quite some time to do so, and it's much more comfortable for everyone on the other side of the camera, but
yes.
we do appreciate you coming on the program and everything you do in the community, because you do a lot in the community and people don't know that. And you're at events and you're at places when many times you may want to be at home, sitting back watching television rather than creating television. So,
well, Tony, I appreciate it, and I'd like to thank the community too, and all of our sponsors, and the university, and the city of Salisbury, and the county. I mean, it's a wonderful partnership. It's a fun job, and there's so much out there in the community to do, and for people to come in and make your own programming, and let other people know what's going on out there.
very good.
So give us a call.
Will do. Thanks for joining us, Craig.
Thank you.
And we'd like to thank you for joining us on this edition of Chamber Chat. And as always, if you missed part of this program or you'd like to view previous editions of Chamber Chats, you can utilize Pack 14's On Demand feature, or you can visit the Chamber's website. That's all the time we have for this edition of Chamber Chat. My name is Tony Nichols, your host, encouraging you to make a difference.